There is something that's perplexed me for over 20 years of backpacking. With the explosion of YouTube and all the different cottage companies, there is all kinds of gear out there that have made ultralight backpacking what it is. I've seen videos about ultralight backpacking. I've seen tips on how to be an ultralight backpacker. And I've seen ways to shave off the weight of your backpack. But really, I don't understand all the rules of ultralight backpacking. I know that it's got to be under 10 pounds to be considered an ultralight backpack. But if people don't know the rules, and if the rules aren't out there, then what's the likelihood that most people would just cheat and say, I'm an ultralight backpacker? At the end of this video, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you what I have in this kit that got me almost to ultralight backpacking status. How can you cheat? What are some of the ideas you could have for cheating for ultralight backpacking? One thing I thought of is, if I'm gonna hike and try to be under 10 pounds, then I want to be in the summer when I don't have to carry all the winter gear, like extra layers of clothes, insulated sleeping pad, a heavy quilt or sleeping bag. Well, I think that's a way I can cheat, is to only hike in the summer. Well, let me get another perspective. I'm hiking with Taylor from Southern Hikes. Maybe he could go along with this cheating rule. Just backpack in the summer. What do you think, Taylor?
That would never work for me because my favorite time of year to backpack is in the winter.
I think we got a problem with this loophole. I'm gonna have to think of something else. I thought of another thing that I can do to cheat on ultralight backpacking. Today, the sun's out. It's beautiful, it's like 78 degrees. I think the way to get under 10 pounds is just hike and backpack when it's sunny. When it's raining, you gotta bring a rain jacket. Sometimes that's bulky and heavy. Maybe you have a hiking umbrella. Some people do, I do. Maybe you've got extra socks, extra shirts, extra underwear, and that just adds to the overall totality of the 10 pounds. So I think that's another way I'm gonna cheat. I'm only gonna backpack when it's sunny. Problems with that, I've never really found the weather people to get it right. And then you never know if it's gonna rain or not. You can say it's not gonna rain, but it does. I don't know, Taylor, are you gonna bring a rain jacket?
Bro, that's textbook. You always bring a rain jacket.
Sounds like I am not doing well with these cheat codes on the ultralight backpacking. Because Taylor's right, I'm gonna have to always bring a rain jacket. I'll keep hiking and I'll come back to you with another cheat code. I thought of something else. Electronics. Those aren't really backpacking gear items. That's stuff that you use to make sure that you've got everything charged and you have a light and you got your phone. I mean, you shouldn't count your phone because that's not a backpacking gear item. So what I'm thinking is I can get close to 10 if I just don't count any electronic items, and I think this may work. You think?
Crow, I think we're in the 21st century, and I think electronics are part of your backpacking gear.
Dang it, this is not working. I thought of something else, and I think I got Taylor on this one. The ultimate hack code for ultralight backpacking under 10 is clothes. I've been doing some searching around on the internet, and I don't think that the rules require the 10 pounds to include the clothes that you have on. Am I correct?
I guess so.
Well, that's part of the problem. I don't know all the rules, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wear 3 pairs of underwear, 2 shorts, 4 pairs of socks, at least 4 shirts. Those don't go in your pack. See, if I had the extra stuff in my pack, I'd have to count it in the 10 pounds. But because it's on me, I think, you know, nobody's gonna be hiking naked, so you can't, is it naked or naked? I think it's naked. Nobody's gonna count that towards the 10 pounds.
I don't know what to tell you. That's gonna be a lot of sweating, and that's gonna be a lot of chafing.
Dang it. I'm running out of ideas and hacks for these under 10-pound ultralight backpacking ideas. Well, I got one more. To get under 10 pounds, you need to throw safety to the wind. Just forget about safety. Like, what's that Garmin
InReach?
InReach? You don't need that. I mean, even if you're out in some remote area in Washington or Oregon and something, they have those helicopters that'll come pick you up, right? So that thing's got to weigh what, 10 pounds?
I don't know the exact weight, it's probably a few ounces.
A few ounces? That's probably not gonna help. But here, okay, if not the InReach, what about your medical kit? I mean, your first aid. Somebody out there is gonna have a Band-Aid or Neosporin. That will help get you down below the 10.
Crow, I think I'm gonna have to throw the textbook at you.
What?
Don't you know the 10 essentials you need while hiking or backpacking?
Is first aid kit one?
Yes.
I thought of something else. I've got the ultimate hack, fanny pack. This is not a backpack. So what is ever in here does not count toward the 10 pounds. Electronics, there's where they go. Electronics, camera equipment, batteries for the GoPro and the camera, all in here, doesn't count toward the 10 pounds. Heck, I may put my headlamp in here. I may see if I can put my rain jacket in here or my quilt in here, and it doesn't go toward the 10 pounds. So fanny pack is the loophole for ultralight backpacking. I can't even say that with a straight face. I mean, it is like a backpack. I'm carrying it, so it's got to be part of the 10 pounds. I really am a big fan of ultralight backpacking, and I guess for the last 8 years or so, I've really attempted this. Number one is because I want to lighten the load of my pack. I started with my big 3, I worked on my tent, I worked on my sleeping bag / quilt now, and I worked on my backpack, and I've really tried to get my weight down. Why? Because I'm over 50. Having a lot of weight on your joints over 50, it's not a good thing. And what I've done is I have leaned on the people who I trust, like Leonidas on the trail, who actually I've been texting back and forth about this because I want to know the rules. What he ultimately said was ultralight backpacking is a mindset. It's not based on the rules. It's not a rules game, it's a mindset. So I say all that to say this. Here is my attempt of doing an ultralight backpacking. I didn't quite make it. In fact, I really didn't think about my fanny pack. All right, here's my ultralight load. See what you think of it. I'll go to that now. So let's look in the pack and I'll tell you what I have that got me almost down to 10 pounds. First, it's my Dandy pack. I've done a review on this pack, absolutely love it. It's about 16 ounces, it's frameless, and I figure since I'm carrying 10 pounds, why do I need a frame? So I'm going with the frameless pack. I've got my Tech Niner trekking pole. Can't remember the weight of this, but it's the carbon fiber, it's super light. I just need one pole because I'm going with the Plex Solo, and that's all I need to set up my tent. I've got the Hilltop Packs stake bag, and then inside I have 10 of the Outtakes, the carbon fiber stakes. They are super light. I've got my Gossamer Gear 1/8 inch pad. This thing's super light. I don't remember the weight, but I'll put it down there for you. Inside the pack, I have my Hilltop Packs food bag. Absolutely love this thing, but I don't have food in it, and I don't have fuel in it because I understand that's part of the rules that I don't need that. So I'll look into my food bag and I'll tell you what I got. I put my food in there and my stove and different utilities. I got my Outtakes 550 pot. This thing is super light and I'm just using it to boil water. And then I've got my little convenience store knife, super light. That's all I need for a knife. And I got my little BRS stove. This thing is super light. Also have my GSI coffee pot, which I love, it's insulated. And also I have my long handle spoon, which I love, it's a titanium spoon. That's what's in my food / cooking bag. Also in here I have the Thermarest Neo Hair X Light. I think it's 9 ounces. Other than the Ultralight, I think it's one of the lightest pads there are. I've got the Decathlon 4 class down puffy, and that is my extra layer of insulation if I need it. I've got my Enlighten Equipment 20 degree Revelation. This probably is the heaviest thing in the pack, but it's still a quilt and it's down and it's super light, so I'm carrying it. And then I have the Plex Solo from Z-Packs. It's 13 ounces, probably the lightest tent there is available, and that has really helped me get down to this ultralight backpacking status. I do have the Nylaflume bag that I keep everything in, and that keeps me at a waterproof status. I have my Sawyer squeeze and a C-Knock bag, and then I have my toiletry bag, which is wipes and a deuce of spades in here. Lastly, in my ditty bag, I got kind of a miscellaneous bag, which is an extra Bic lighter, moistening drops for my eyes, some extra shoelaces, and a rag, and some fingernail clippers. In this little bag, I've got my toothpaste and toothbrush, and lastly, I have my Light AF first aid kit. It has just some Neosporin, some Band-Aids, some alcohol wipes. Oops, I almost forgot. At the bottom of my pack, I have my rain jacket. Went back to an old school rain jacket that doesn't really breathe well, but it also is waterproof. So even though it's a little heavy, I don't care. And I'm already over 10 pounds. I don't have to count my fuel, and so that is not included in this 10-pound thing. I don't have to count my food, which is a peak fuel meal and things for lunch and snacks. And then I don't have to count my water bottles filled up, because those are consumables, the fuel, the food, and the water, and those change. So according to the rules as I understand them, I don't have to carry that. I mean, I have to carry it, but I don't have to count it towards my ultralight backpacking weight. I have to count my fanny pack, which has all my electronics in it. I was kind of hoping that I would be told by the experts that I wouldn't have to count this. Unfortunately, this is going to probably be close to 2 pounds, maybe even a little more. So I guess I'm back to 13 pounds. If I'm going to be a rule follower, I didn't make it. So that's that. For most people, they just carry what they want to carry and they don't worry about it. I just thought this would be fun to do, but you do whatever you want to do, because you hike your own hike, and I've always believed that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching As the Crow Flies Hiking, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Taylor, I got one more.
Let's hear it.
One more.
I
I think I may have it this time. Just listen to me on this. You don't bring your toiletry kit. Well, okay, you got to bring the deuce of spades or whatever to dig the cat hole, but no toilet paper. Because if you're with another hiker, you can just borrow some of theirs.
Dude, I'm not letting you borrow my toilet paper.
There are leaves, I guess, and let me think, I don't know of any other options.
I'm out of here.